Are you ready, ready?
Hello, welcome to this week's episode of The Boom Room. I know what you guys are probably thinking. Who's this young, vibrant, handsome, intelligent, promising young man? And where's our normal host, Du? Who is, well, just Du. That's a good question. He's actually home preparing for this week's matchup against Kajinos. It's going to be a tough one, so he had to get in a little bit extra work. But hopefully, I'll be able to bring you the updates and this league news as good as TNT does every week. So let's get into it. I don't want to spend too much time on the past week's matchup because we got a great show coming to you guys. So I just want to go through some of the last week's matchups, and I want to start off with the North Remember and Arizona Ron. The North Remembers. Ish has been under a lot of heat. He was able to bounce back this week with a good win over Arizona Ron. He put up 131 to Arizona Ron 120. Me, I was happy because Arizona Ron is in my division. So good win by Ish. Moving forward, higher power in TNT. T was able to pull out a big one over the dude who had a kind of poor showing. I don't want to critique his team too much because we're definitely going to critique his team later on in the show. But a good win by T. Put up 138. Dude had 108. Let's go into my matchup against Machiavellians. This is no surprise what happened. I think we all knew that I was going to come out with a win. When I saw this matchup on my schedule, I kind of jumped for joy. I was kind of like very excited. I think every time someone plays Machiavellians, they get very excited. Tone, you get owners very excited when they play you. But yeah, so I beat him. Let's just move on from that. Let's see. We have Lincoln Legends and Jabroneez. Lincoln Legends pulled out a tough one over Jabroneez. It was definitely a good one. I don't want to go too much on that matchup. Then we had Negro and G5. Negro pulled out a good win after some might say a questionable trade. He pulled out a good win over G5, putting up 183 points. That's the most points he put up this year. That's the most points I ever seen Negro put up, and I think that's the most points we will ever see him put up. But nonetheless, it's a great win, and it helps me. It's a perfect transition to segue into our next segment. We have a special guest. Welcome back to the Boom Room. As I said earlier, we have a special guest here. Actually, this guest was here previously on the Boom Room last episode. He felt as though he didn't get enough off his chest. He's a proven owner. The league loves him a whole bunch. He's one of the best trade makers in our league. He's fair. He's honorable. Super respectful. And he's just a league favorite. So without further ado, I'll welcome to you the owner of G5, Dre. So Dre, just a question. How do you feel about your team's current season? How do you feel about their production this season? No answer. Did I say something wrong? I might have said something wrong. Well, no answer from Dre. Kind of forgot. He doesn't really like commenting on his own team success. He only comments on other team success. But I guess that's what happens when you're known for being a dick eater. So maybe next time we get him on, we can ask him about my team. He's probably talk a little bit more. But yeah, next segment, we like to introduce a true champ and a good friend of mine. When I say champ, he's won 4 championships in Beat It fantasy football history. 3 being in the 8-team league and 1 being in the 12-team league. So without further ado, we'd like to introduce to you Jabroneez.
4 times? Well, my fault. Excuse me, Dre. You can't sit with us.
All right, so yes, welcome to Jabroneez. As you can see, bitch niggas move when real niggas come through. So I just like to say welcome, Jabroneez.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem.
I'm glad to be back on the. Is this the boom room?
Yeah, it's the boom room. Just
okay.
New, improved, more young, more handsome, more intelligent, a better owner, a better team.
Okay,
yeah.
I like that.
You like that? I like it also. So basically for this segment, we just gonna just open. We just gonna just throw shit out there. Act as if we're talking about these teams amongst ourselves. We're gonna go through some power rankings. We're gonna go through some strengths, some weaknesses, some fuck is you doing moments of the year, and we're gonna talk about some playoff teams, who we think are playoff teams. So we're gonna jump right into it. What team would you like to start with?
Let's start with Selfast. You know, he just made a big trade, big move with the North. I mean, that's two interesting teams right there. What you think of the trade?
The trade, I believe it was a good. It hurt me to say this. It don't even sound right coming up. Selfast, good. Seth, good.
Seemed like them prayers that Dame 2 years ago, they finally, starting to pay off.
I thought it was a good trade for him, actually. I think that.
I was actually with the Reverend the other day. Yeah, he said, he still got you in the prayers, man. It's looking good for you, man. But no, that was a good trade for him.
I think he gave like his phone on like Beat It or something, or somebody else probably made the trade for him. I don't think he pulled that one off.
No, they might have. That's like a little group right there, like Dre and like the branch offs.
Yeah.
So it might be a little collusion there. I don't know.
The dick beaters and the dickettes. Something like that.
Hey man.
But no, so his strengths, I definitely think Seth now, his strengths would be at, I would just say running back position, just because of Zeke. He and it's no shade against you, Seth, because no shade. I don't think you had that many strengths. I'm just thinking through at the top of my head. I know you have Lamar Jackson, wide receivers. With Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, I think it's a good move. I mean, and then the North, they try to stay in contention. These gonna be fringe playoff teams, so they gotta make some moves. They gotta better their teams. I think one of them will probably sneak in.
What do you think one of Seth fuck is you doing moments is this year? Out of just thus far, like one moment that you would question, something that he did that you would question. Just pick one.
Just one?
Yeah, just one out of the many.
Can I just say his draft?
I was gonna say him coming into the league, but if you would want to say that, then I would you can move that.
Hey man,
it's pretty accurate. His draft. So, do you think he's the playoff team? You said he might sneak in.
I think. He right there, fringe playoff team. Like he is every year. Speaking of Seth, we might as well just keep it all in the family. We can talk about Bread Inc., man. Man, I just gotta get this off my chest, man. Stop sending me trades. I'm tired of that shit, man. This dude sends the worst trades ever. I don't understand. What are you thinking?
All I can say is I agree with you. Don't send me no trades either, Bread Inc. No trade at all. If I was to go down some of the trade offers that I received from Beat It, you guys wouldn't believe it.
Yo, I'll be sending screenshots to Kev. I got a couple.
I had screenshots also.
This is from this has been going on since he been in the league. I don't understand. Are you high? When you sending these trades, are you high? You literally can't see, and you were going for Fournette, but you clicked on I don't know, the backup running back for whoever. I don't understand what's going on, but this is just one trade he sent me earlier this season. So this says Marquise Brown, Antonio Brown. This is after he got cut the first time, and Darius Geis after he was injured. For Mike Evans, Allen Robinson, and Ronald Jones.
That was a good one compared to the shit that he offered me.
That's actually a good one compared to the other stuff.
Because oh my gosh. So what do you think his strength is of his team? We already know his weaknesses is basically his GM skills.
Yeah, he's I mean, that's it. Like, he just can't GM. Like, good draft. Like, he can make some moves on the waiver wire. But when it come to just, like, trades or just, like, setting his lineup, it's just...
What you think of that?
That's just his failure.
Hollywood Brown. What you think of that? That was a good play last week, right?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? I think, how much he put up?
I don't know.
0. He was injured. He didn't even play.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But, yeah, so what... That would be my fuck is you don't move right there. But I do think that he'll be a playoff team though for sure.
Let's Dre. I mean, Dre's here. Like, you got anything to say?
Yeah, he didn't get the vision. What do you think, Dre? No comment. No comment. He would probably have a comment when it comes to my team. See, we don't make mistakes in our division. That's the thing. Our division is super tough. This is the side note. We don't make. If you look at the top points being scored, it comes from our division. You look at the reason why I got so many losses is because I played my division so many times in the beginning. The other division, you guys are horrible. I just want to put that out there. You guys are horrible. But yeah, I don't know too many like what the fuck moments this year. I'm really not sure. I want to get to the fun team. Let's talk about like let's talk about Lincoln Legends. I want to talk about because I call this team overrated. And he kind of was a little upset about that. It seemed look overrated a little bit to me. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I agree.
You agree?
I agree.
What do you think his strengths is? He did beat you last week too, man. So that's probably why. What do you think his strengths are? On the team.
I mean, Tim is always solid, but come playoff time, you know he's afraid to come see me. So that's what it always come down to. But how about we just talk about who you think, like, you know how we be talking about is only certain teams this year that's going to win it? Like, is it only 4 or 5 teams that really got a chance? Like, how about we just point out those teams?
Oh yeah, we can do that. Who do you think those 4 or 5 teams would be?
So there's a couple of teams that look like they're done already. I don't even want to name them. You know, I don't even want to put your business out there like that.
Let Dre name them. Dre, what you think? Motherfuckers be retarded.
I don't know, man, but I would say, like, I think it's legit 5 teams that's really, you know, in it this year, and everyone else is just here. Me, I would say yourself. No bias here. This is not a bias show. We never do bias shows. That's not part of Beat It fantasy football. The league or nobody ever does bias shows.
No bias shows at all.
Like all opinions are objective.
It's super objective.
So this is
Nothing
objective.
is never subjective. Even though this is called the Boom Room, this is extremely objective. It's nothing ever subjective on the Boom Room.
But yeah, myself, I would say, I would put up there. He does need some things. Maybe we can get into that.
A quarterback and wide receiver. It ain't no secret. We told him this before. We're gonna put it on camera. There's no reason why you should. And Dre, even though he dickies, he did make a good point on the smackboard about you not having a quarterback and commenting about self as quarterback. Jared Goff is looking real kind of iffy to me, and then you not having no top wide receiver, and you're gonna have to move McCaffrey. I'm just saying you're gonna have to move him because your roster isn't a recipe for, I guess, success or a championship. Not saying that I won a championship before. You haven't either, so I can comment on your team like that. So, but yeah, you gotta.
And like, just to comment on that, like, just to get on my Stephen A. a little bit, like, dude, man, I love you. I mean, you've been my life since I was a youngin', man. Great dude. I mean, you helped raise me. Gave me a lot of good advice. But you need a quarterback. Like, take your own advice. I mean, like, this just been on my head, on my mind. Like, I just don't understand how you don't ever see, like, your own faults. Like, you don't take your own advice sometimes. Like, like two of the main fantasy rules that you always told me since we've been in this league is one, you gotta have a quarterback, young boy. You need a quarterback or you can't win. And you don't have a quarterback right now, and you think that you're gonna win like that. And two, you say, young boy, you need an elite wide receiver on your team. You have none. I mean, like, just like it's just like now that you don't have that, now it's okay because it's like it's your team. I mean, sometimes you just gotta look, objectively, and and make some moves. I think you do have to make some moves. Like, you got a really good team, really good players, but you like one or two moves away.
Both ways. It's just say one. McCaffrey have a bad game. He having a bad game for two players. So yeah. So but me, you do top teams, and who's the other two teams? You said maybe at the top.
So I would say me, you, T, do, you know what I mean? And Tim, I say is
So who'd you get the last two playoff spots to?
Bread Inc. And I actually like Arizona Run team.
Well, like I said, we got the sub division. That means you think our whole division will make the playoffs?
Yeah. We got the best division in the league.
I did like G5. Even like I said, even though he dicky sometimes, I did like G5 team though. Before the Mahomes, and that was a big loss. Mahomes got injured, so that was a big loss.
How do you feel? Like, how are you gonna recover from that Mahomes injury? Yeah, he's stuck. Yeah, that's tough. That would be tough too. I don't know how to answer that.
I don't know how to answer it. Yeah, I won't recover either. But Jabroneez, it was a pleasure having you on the show today. You definitely gave a bunch of good points and an interesting perspective. Wish you the best this season, and yeah, pretty much it.
Man, yeah, I appreciate it, man. Great to be back on the show again. 4 times. So thanks for having me.
No problem at all.
Oh, my fault. I didn't even see it. Dicky.
Again, my name is Kevin El Kajinos. I want to thank you guys for being great viewers as I host the Boom Room. Looking forward to these week's matchups. One special matchup I'm looking forward to, as Jabroneez mentioned, is TNT versus El Kajinos. That's going to be a one to watch. As you know, I had to clean Duke car at draft. He cleaned my car last year. So I'm looking forward to beating him badly. And I'm putting it on camera pre-game. I'm going to beat him badly. So again, thank you for tuning into the Boom Room. I'm Kajinos, your host. And I hope you guys have a hell of a day, hell of a night, whatever it is. Dre, I thank you for coming on the show also. You were a wonderful guest. And it's always great to see you, especially when you're not dicky in.